Today we are going to do a brief explanation on a MEDGREE 150 under-counter refrigerator. This is a pharmaceutical refrigerator, so 2 to 8 degrees with a set point at 5, and it has many features that make it compliant with DIN 58345, the German norm on safety for pharmaceutical that may be stored on refrigerators. So, important thing at the beginning, I already did it, but at the beginning you need to set all the shelves. They come all on the bottom. You need to put it on the correct place. And one thing that can be helpful for you is there is a book, a quick installation guide in all of the equipments, and here you can see how to first start your equipment for the first time, as I will show you today. So first things first, you need to put the shelves and assemble the handle that comes inside also, and then you need to switch on the equipment. So there is a button here on the bottom of the top part. You just need to click on the button, and here the equipment starts to work. So on the controller you can see that all things are being tested before, all numbers. Everything is being tested to see if everything is okay, and then the equipment will be starting to work. The first thing that you need to do is to set up the date. So first you have the Y, that is for year. So you need to enter in the parameter by clicking in the first button on the left, and you set the year. In this case it's already 22, so it's okay. Then you confirm, and you pass for month. Month is 10, so we are in October. It's already correct because I previously set it. And then you confirm again. Then you pass for day 10, so 10 of October. It's also correct this time. Then you need to put the hour. This will be 11 a.m. and the minutes. All of these you can change. Then clicking the buttons up and down to set the correct time. And then you have a parameter that is SR. This means serial number. One thing important, the equipment will start beeping as you hear, because the alarms are not okay. You just need to click on this button, and it will silence the alarms. So for the serial, as I explained, this is a place. Imagine that you have more than one equipment in your pharmacy or laboratory, and you need to know which information is from each fridge. So here you can define it, this one as fridge 1, the other as fridge 2 or fridge 3, for example. In this case, what we usually do, we use the serial number of the equipment that you can see here, that is number 3. So we use this number normally, so we know all the time that this refrigerator and the information that we'll bring from the data recorder will be related to this equipment. So serial 3. When you have everything correct, you just need to press this button for some time. Keep it pressed until you hear a sound. Okay, now the equipment is ready to start. Again, you have the noise because the equipment was not working. And in this case, you have a loft. You have two types of alarms. UH1, that I will explain later, is an alarm that can happen all the time, and you have the ULF, that means data logger off. You need to start the data logger. So when to do this, you can read in the instructions, but when it shows LOF, let me show it again, you just need to press on the light button. For a moment, and it will start the data logger. Okay. Now the data logger is working again. You don't have the information of LOF again, so the equipment is ready to start recording. This UH1 I will explain in a minute. So important features about this. So you have the key, you have the USB for retrieving all the data that you can have. All the equipments come inside with a USB drive inside the box. So the MEDGREE USB drive that you can use them to retrieve the data. Then here on the back you have the connections, tension-free connections for remote alarm. If you want to connect the equipment to the alarm system of your clinic or hospital, you just connect the cables here, and you have the tension-free contacts for remote alarm. And also you have the safety thermostat. This safety thermostat is a digital safety thermostat, and it's very important because this prevents that if anything occurs with the main controller, this will keep the safety of the equipment, meaning if the other one breaks, this will keep the temperatures all the time above 2 degrees. So this not allow the equipment to go below 2 degrees, and this way your medicines will not be damaged by too much cold on the equipment. So this is the safety thermostat that will do this job. And in the other side of the equipment, you have the battery backup. So the battery is here, stored in this place. You don't need to touch it. This is a rechargeable battery, and it works you don't need to interfere on that. It's just working. This is just to show you where it is, but you don't need to plug it or to turn it off. It will be working when you start the equipment. So starting the equipment, you have of course the light button as I showed before. You can switch on and switch off the light. Then you have the blocked symbol. This means that the control is blocked. You cannot do anything if you touch on the buttons. First you need to unblock it. Do this, you click on the below button and then set. So, and the controller is unlocked. Now you can touch on the buttons to enter in the parameters or to see what is happening. So this equipment have 2 probes. The main I will just disconnect this because it is just appearing, but just a minute. I will explain this in a minute again. Okay. So this equipment has 2 probes. It has the air probe, so main probe that measures the temperature of the air inside the equipment, and then it has the second probe that we call the product probe. That is, it's here in this box, into this bottle. So this simulates the product temperature, meaning, of course, when you open the door, the air goes up, the temperature of the air goes up very high, very quickly. This is a simulator of a product, so simulates a box of medicines, and this gives you the real temperature that the medicines can be when you open the door. So this is more accurate than the other. You can put it in any place. You just unroll the cable, and you can put it anywhere in the equipment. Imagine if you want to measure the temperature in one exact place of the equipment, you just do like this and you fix it, and you can know that. When you open the door, you have the open door alarm, open door showing here. When you close it, it will close again. So, important things here. Now the temperature is going up. I will force high temperature alarm and an open door alarm. So I'll keep it up, the door open for some time to force this. You can see automatically the temperature of the air going up. So you all the time reading the temperature of the air, probe 1. And then if you touch in this button, you can see the temperature of the product probe. In this case, I need to unblock it first. I unlocked it. Then if I touch it, so 10.2 is the temperature of the air. If I click to see the second probe, I see the second probe is 8.2 or 3, meaning that the temperature of the air goes up very quickly when you compare with the product probe. So that probe have more accurate when you need to know exactly what is happening with the medicines. I'll just keep it open for some time so we can hear the alarm. So we already have high temperature alarm. H1 means high temperature, and you have DO means door. So open door. We are having two alarms at the same time. High temperature because of course the temperature alarm is defined at 8 degrees, and when it is above 8 you have the alarm. I will close it. So door alarm already stopped, but we keep having the high temperature alarm. The high temperature alarm will keep being H1 until the temperature of the probe 1 goes below 8 degrees. So we need to wait a little bit so it goes again below 8 degrees. In the meantime, I will show you how you can see the set point of the equipment. So if you press in the set button for some time, you enter in the parameters. Here is max. I will show you what is this in a minute. Minim, clear, and set. If you enter in set, you see the set point defined for this equipment, that in this case is 5 degrees. The others I will explain in a minute. It's going off of the parameters. Of course, you can silence the alarm anytime if you click in this button. We just silence the alarm. So we need to wait until it goes again below 8 degrees. So it takes of course some time to go below the temperature. Normal functioning. Also in this equipment, so this is, as I explained, the DIN compliant model. So in this equipment it goes with 3 shelves, so 2 big ones, 1 small, and also it comes by standard with a basket, so you can put some medicines on the step. This is a good solution to put more medicines on the bottom of the equipment. So now the equipment is already below 8 degrees. You see 7.9. So we don't have anymore the H1 alarm. What we have is UH1. This is important. Why? Imagine that you have a pharmacy, you have the equipment there, and during the night there is a power failure in the equipment. Also during the night the energy you went out of energy, but then the energy comes back again still during the night. If nothing registers that there was an alarm during the night, what happens is when you arrive in the morning, we look to the equipment and you will see that the temperature is below 8 and you think everything is okay. You don't know that there is a power failure during the night. This what says is you have the UH1 means that okay, you add an alarm, a high temperature alarm, but this alarm is already resolved, meaning it's below 8 degrees, but still it warns you saying that okay, you add an alarm, you need to see what's happening. To do this, you have a quick way, that is to unblock it and then press on the set, and then you have max. Max means the maximum temperature that occurred in the equipment. If you enter, you see that the equipment went to 12.1 degrees. So this was the temperature that was giving you H1, meaning you had a high temperature on the equipment, and you need to check how it was. You can do this, of course, downloading the data in a minute we will show, but you can do this downloading the data. So higher temperature, maximum temperature was 12.1, then minimum temperature 5.6, so it was okay, you don't have any alarm. And to clear that information, so you arrive in the morning in the pharmacy, the equipment told you that there was an alarm, you go and see the max and minimum temperature. You notice, okay, there was exactly a high temperature alarm. I need to go and check on the data logger. But first I will clear. So it means that I accept that I already know that there was a problem in the equipment and I need to check. So you go clear. Where is 1, you pass to 0, and you set again. Wait for the noise. Okay, and now it's clear. You will not have the UH1 again, because you already accept that you acknowledge that you saw that there was an alarm and that you will do something about this. So another thing that you can do is, and I will show you, I will show you a power failure, meaning this equipment have a battery. The battery will keep the controller, not the equipment, just the controller, working in case of power failure. So imagine that there is this power failure during the night. This battery will keep the controller recording all the temperatures, so you can know if there is a problem or not. Maybe it was a 5 minutes energy loss, or it can be at 2 or 3 hours, and this will keep these recordings so you can see if you need to do something on the medicines or not. So to do this, you just need to, I will just show you. So I will disconnect it. Equipment is not working anymore. Power failure appears, and you have a PF. So this is the alarm. You don't have connection you don't have power connection, but the controller is still working and recording everything in the equipment. So as soon as I connect it again, everything starts to work, and then again you will have exactly the same. You will have a UPF, meaning there was a power failure, it's already resolved, it's already working again, but there was a power failure, so go and see. You do the same, you enter, and in this case we already know what it was because it was power failure, so we just clear to acknowledge that okay, I know that there was a power failure. You can start recording again. So after this, we saw here a lot of information. Now we need to see how it looks, the reporting that the equipment gives. So you just open the USB case. You can use the pen drive that we send together with the equipment. You just plug it. It will show on, so it's starting to record. You need to wait some time, and you have an end. So you already the information is already recorded in the USB drive. So you just need to take it out and close it again. Now I will show you how it looks in the computer. So how you can see all of this information. You just need to connect the USB on the computer. So in the computer you can see that was created a folder. The folder, in this case, it will be this one, and you can see the date. That means 2022, 10 October, 10 of October, 10/10, at 11:50. That, if you see, it was the time that we did the extraction of the results now. So you just need to open the folder. You have the data report also, again, with the date and hour. You open it, and first thing you see is that there was an alarm. So it's not, if it will be everything okay, it will be green and saying okay, and it says there was an alarm. You have here the date when it was recorded, and then you have all information here. So device type, the number of storage, version of the controller, and the device number, that is the serial number that we explained first. So imagine you have many equipments, you take the information from all of them, and then you need to know which report is from which equipment. In this way you can see this is the number 3, so it was from this equipment that we saw first. Here you can see that in this case we have a log interval of 10 minutes, so the controller is recording every 10 minutes, but you can change it in the parameters and put it to work every minute, so recording minute by minute if you want. You see here the temperature alarm, so high temperature alarm of probe 1, temperature 1 is probe 1, so is 8, temperature 2 is 8 again also, and low limit is 2 degrees in all of them. You also have your information about humidity, because this controller also have a humidity probe. It's not connected from standard, you need to enter in parameters to connect it, but you also can control humidity if you want to. In this case you have a quick information, so probe 1 you didn't have any alarm, and probe 2 you had at 9.1 degrees. Here you can see the tables of the temperatures of all the probes and on the humidity. In this case, this report, because it was just connected a few time ago, you don't have many data, but I will show you one that you have more data, so you can see everything. In this case, we have an OK report. This is from other tests that we made first, and you can see much more points. So you can see here temperature 1, so probe air probe. You can see how it was the temperatures during the time. You have here the day and time, and you can see how the temperature went inside the equipment. So it didn't went to above 8, so you don't have any alarm. Also, you have the temperature 2. You can see that it's much more stable than temperature 1, because of course you don't have the effect of the open doors in the temperature 2, the product probe. In this case, we had also the humidity connected. So here you can see how it was, how was the humidity in the equipment. And then you have the data report. So you have here the day and time. So this was September 14, 9:15 in the morning. So probe 1 was at 6 degrees, probe 2 was at 7.5 degrees, and in this case you have the humidity. And it goes on all the information here, and when there is an alarm you also have it here. So in this case you can see PF, so there was a power failure here, and then it was connected again. When there is high temperature alarm, low temperature alarm, all of that you will see in red, and then you can see for how many times you had the alarm. In this case it's a clean report, you don't have any problem here. I also can show you, that is not this. And this is other type of report, so you can see all the time you have the information, and you just need to read it and to understand how it works. Also inside the USB drive you have all the time the instructions manual of the equipment and all the information that you need to know to set up your equipment from the first time, as I will show you now. So user guide, and you have here everything that as I explained, how to start, how you deal with the LOF, how to go and set the year, date, minutes, everything, explaining of all information of the controller. To check the max and min and explaining the UH1 as I explained first. To change set point, open door alarms, so all the information about the probes, everything, you'll find it here, and it will be very easy to set up your equipment from the first time if you just go and see this instruction manual that have all the information needed. So this is a simple equipment. that gives you plenty of information on safety. You can see many alarms, you can have many information. You can go on the USB and see all the records in the computer as a table and also as a graphic. So PDF information is not changeable. So you have sure that the data was not corrupted by anyone. So the data is the same that the equipment registered, and you can see it in two types: table with all the information and a graphic to see it easier how the temperature went and to see all the stability. So nothing much more to say about this. Solid equipment, very good stability, and plenty of features that make it the safest equipment to store all of your medicines.